Hey everybody, Nick Ravellis here. Well, we're halfway through our season, and we've seen two great productions, one at the Civic Theater and one in our Detour series at the Joan B. Kroc Theater in Rolando. Gilbert and Sullivan's Pirates of Penzance, which was hilarious, beautifully sung and charmingly produced, and the transgender-themed opera As One, which was touching, humorous, and devastating all at the same time, giving us a wonderful glimpse of what opera in intimate spaces can really be. So we're off to a great start. But we have so much more to look forward to, and I wanted to take some time today to introduce you to one of the truly creative alternative operas of the mid-20th century, Maria de Buenos Aires. Maria is not only next up in our San Diego Opera schedule in January, it's also our next Detour series offering, and will be produced in the intimate surroundings of the Lyceum Theater at Horton Plaza, downtown San Diego. Maria has fast become one of my favorite 20th century operas, and that happened way before we decided to produce it because of a marvelous recording of it conducted by the famed Latvian violinist Gidon Kremer and his ensemble Kremerata. The opera is truly infused with the spirit of tango, which was deep in the personal and cultural background of the composer, Astor Piazzolla. I'd like to spend some time today just introducing you to this wonderful composer who revolutionized the world of tango. Piazzolla was born in Mar del Plata, Argentina in 1921. The family moved to New York City in 1925, returning in 1936 to Argentina, but it was in the States that he showed interest in music, and his father purchased a bandoneon for him. The bandoneon is the accordion-type instrument that is de rigueur in the tango orchestra, and I suppose his father felt that an introduction to this instrument would not just feed Astor's interest in music, but perhaps later provide him a source of income. Well, that certainly proved to be true. Piazzolla ended up becoming one of the most revered bandoneon players in the world of tango. He moved to Buenos Aires at the age of 17 and ended up playing with some of the greatest tango orchestras in the country. That's where he first established his reputation as a player. But he had an itch to compose as well, even studying composition with the great classical master in Argentina, Alberto Ginastera. Piazzolla won a symphonic competition in 1953 with an orchestral work that included the bandoneon in its score. Now, this was such a scandal that fistfights broke out at the first performance. But the prize included the opportunity to travel to Paris to study with the great Nadia Boulanger. Nadia Boulanger was one of the 20th century's most influential and important teachers of musical composition. In fact, she taught an entire generation of American composers like Virgil Thomson, Roy Harris, Aaron Copland, Elliott Carter, Philip Glass, and performers like Daniel Barenboim or the conductor John Elliott Gardner. Even pop figures like Quincy Jones and Burt Bacharach studied with Nadia Boulanger. Piazzolla tried to hide his tango background from her, wanting to get serious about so-called classical music, but she finally heard him play one of his tango compositions at the piano, and she reacted. "Astor, your classical pieces are well written, but the true Piazzolla is here. Never leave it behind." And he never looked back. Upon returning to Argentina, he worked with and created more and more elaborate and multi-talented tango ensembles, wrote more symphonic works, and single-handedly crafted the tango nuevo style, the new tango, introducing new instruments like the saxophone and electric guitar to the style, as well as more advanced harmonic and melodic structures. It was in 1968 that he began a fruitful creative relationship with the Argentinian poet Horacio Ferrer, and through that relationship came up with Maria de Buenos Aires, a tango opera, or operetta, as he liked to call it. There's an original recording of Piazzolla's performance of Maria, but it's old and live, so it has all those limitations, despite the fact that it reflects the composer's original intent. So it's a great historical document. but there are a number of recordings of the piece, and as is the tradition in tango, there's quite a bit of variation in how it's arranged instrumentally, which instruments play which parts, and which instruments are added or taken away. In my mind, the finest arrangement can be found in that Gidon Kramer recording, so if you can find it, get it, spend some time with it. It is absolutely delicious, rhythmically incisive, with great voices and world-class playing. It'll be a terrific preparation for our production coming up in January. That's it for me until next time, where I'll speak a bit more about the opera itself. Till then, I'll see you at the opera.
Yo soy María de Buenos Aires, María, no ven quién soy yo. María Tango, María del Arrabal, María Noche, María Pasión Fatal, María del Amor, de Buenos Aires soy yo.